Hello, and welcome to another episode of Southern Football Clash. I'm your host, Justin Johnson. Thanks so much for tuning in. What we got to talk about today? Well, I'm going to do my predictions for Week 12. Oh, yeah. Got some big games coming up in the SEC this week. Going to be good. Going to want to tune in. Going to want to sit down on your recliner, lay back, pop you a good cold beer, and watch some good old SEC football. What we got going on? All right. Starting off at 11 a.m., we got South Carolina and Texas A&M. Oh, Lord. Now, don't be sleeping on the South Carolina team. South Carolina can make it close. They have made it close with Alabama. You know, they can give you a fit, especially Lenore Sellers. He can give you a fit, but this Texas A&M team, boy, they're just strong. They're top. They're undefeated. They're number one in the SEC. They just keep going through it. Le'Veon Moss, Marcel Reed, guy is a lot of people didn't have in their top five of quarterbacks in their preseason. I did. But anyway, Marcel Reed, hey, I said he was going to be one of the best. He was the only quarterback I was right about. This guy has been phenomenal. He is a playmaker, and he's just great at what he does. South Carolina, look, Texas A&M's going to put up points. And South Carolina, it's been kind of hard for them to put points on these SEC teams. I don't think they got past the 20s on in any other SEC team. I don't think they have. I don't see it. On Kentucky, they did. They scored 35 on Kentucky. But other than that, against any SEC team, they've lost. That's the only team they've beat is Kentucky in the SEC. Got close with Alabama. So, yeah, give me Texas A&M to win this game. I think it's just that offense going to be too strong for, the South Carolina. And that Texas A&M defense is really strong. So, yep, give me Texas A&M. And let's see what the spread is on that. Let's see. And they're going to, of course, they're favoring Texas A&M by 20 points. 19.5. Yeah, Texas A&M, and give me that right there. I'll take Texas A&M all day long. I like that. All right, next at 11:45 a.m. we get Arkansas and LSU. Arkansas 2-7 ain't been looking too good. You've lost, and you fired your head coach. Then Bobby Petrino's been stepping up, but don't look like he could do anything either. But it has, ain't been too great. Just lost to Mississippi State. You lost to them 38-35. Mississippi State not a really good team. I really thought they were better than what they actually were. You lost to Auburn. You did keep it close with Arkansas. I mean with Texas A&M. I mean Arkansas was kind of back and forth, but they're going against LSU. This is going to be a good game right here. I think they want to tune into. I think LSU shouldn't have fired Brian Kelly in the middle of the season. I think that was a bad move, but I get it. They wanted to go ahead and jump on the looking for a coach. But hey, they go ahead and fire everybody else. They fire the athletic director. So now they have a problem. I don't know if you're going to go get a high-tier coach because I don't think no high-tier coach wants to come there. After seeing all the mess that's going down in LSU, you're not wanting to pay Brian Kelly. You think any other top-tier coach is going to be like, I ain't going there. They don't want to pay him. They definitely ain't going to want to pay me. I think LSU is they're shooting their own self in the foot, and they're looking for Nick Saban. Look, guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but the athletic director of LSU's done said that Nick Saban, he's done talked to Nick Saban, and Nick Saban has done told him a blunt no. It is no. You could go look it up. That came straight from the athletic director of LSU. He said no. And do you think Lane Kiffin is going to want to come there after all this mess? No, I don't think so. But I think you will win this game, though. I think you'll beat Arkansas. Arkansas has been trash. LSU, you shouldn't have fired Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly, you might go worse than what you got to when you're looking for a coach. Everybody was like, when I said John Summerall, people were like, no, not John Summerall. I don't think even John Summerall would come get y'all now. You have to go get a G5 coach. But it ain't going to be John Summerall. I'll tell you that. I think he's just too smart for that. But anyway, I think LSU's going to win that game. LSU still got a really strong defense, and I think they can get after this Arkansas. Boy, it's poor Taylor Green. He needs to go somewhere else. I think he needs to go be a quarterback for because that guy still has a lot of potential, but it ain't there in Arkansas. I'll tell you that. So give me LSU to win. What's the spread for this game? The spread for this game is favoring LSU by 5 points. Yeah. Well, that's the spread on that right there. 5 points, 5.5 really. But hey, it's going to be a close one. That's what I think too. Alrighty, who we got next? After LSU at 12:30, we got Kentucky versus Tennessee Tech. Hey, here's the funny thing, folks. Tennessee Tech is undefeated. I know they played a bunch of high school teams, but they're undefeated. Kentucky, you're 4-5. If you go out there and lose this game, it's going to be bad. Not going to look good for you at all. I mean, Tennessee Tech, they beat everyone, but it's like Eastern Illinois and Gardner, Southeast Missouri, Linder. It's stuff like that. Teams you don't even hear of. You're like, who is that? But Kentucky is probably in line with some of them teams because they just ain't been that good. I mean, you did beat Florida, though. I'll give you that. You did beat Florida, put a good win, put a big whooping on Florida, beating them 38-7, looking really good. You did beat Auburn 10-3. Maybe Kentucky's trying to trying to get a bowl game in, but you got to beat Tennessee Tech. You got to beat Vanderbilt or Louisville. I don't know. It's going to be Louisville. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But give me Kentucky to win that game. Let's see what the spread is for that game. The spread for that game is favoring Kentucky. Wow, they're favored Kentucky, and this other team's undefeated, which I don't blame them. They're favored Kentucky by 21.5 points, and yeah, probably so. This Tech team is not going to get it done. I promise you that. Anyway, let's move on from that. Alabama and Oklahoma. That's the game I'm looking forward to. Roll Tide. But hey, Oklahoma got to really start. I already talked about these two teams earlier this week. Oklahoma, really strong defense. They got a really strong front defense. But how are your backs? They're not the greatest, but they can lock down. But this defensive front can get after you. They got 33 sacks. They've done really good. They got the top defense in the SEC and one of the top in the nation. They look really good. John Mateer, he hasn't looked the same ever since that hand has been a little messed up, but he's been getting better. Alabama looks like they struggled their past two games, but LSU has a real strong defense. Except for that, South Carolina, I think they were just really burnt out on that stretch. So we'll see if they come in hot. I still believe in Ty Simpson. These guys got some real good players for them. It's just going to come down to, I think they're really the same. I mean, if you really look, let's see what the point spread is for it right now. It's changed a couple times. And right now, it's got Alabama favored by 6 points. It's just going to be a heck of a matchup. Of course, Alabama's had a better offense, and Oklahoma's had a better defense. So it's pretty much defense versus offense. But But my pick, I've already picked this team. I'm picking Alabama to win this. And just keep finding ways to win, whether it's a fumble, the turnovers. It's been crazy. Alabama's been going crazy in the turnovers. And, forced fumbles have been really good for them. Oklahoma, they've been really good too. John Mateer's been really good. And, people were really looking at this guy to be a Heisman this year. But I think that injury probably hindered him a good bit from that. So, I pick Alabama on that one. All right, next. Who we got next? Next, we got Tennessee and New Mexico. Yeah, Tennessee, you got knocked out of the playoffs by Oklahoma. But hey, no, you're going against New Mexico. You can always try again next year. Looking forward to next year. Go ahead, beat the crap out of New Mexico State. It's gonna be a beatdown. Don't even worry about points right here. It's favoring Tennessee by 39 points. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I see that. All right, yeah, Tennessee to win that one. Florida and Ole Miss. Now you gotta watch out for Florida. Florida can trip you up. Florida has already tripped up Texas and tripped up Georgia. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Ole Miss, though, you lost to them last year. I'm pretty sure they're not going to forget that. And I'm pretty sure that Lane Kiffin doesn't want to lose this game. And everybody's talking about this game right here is going to dictate if Lane Kiffin is going to go to Florida. Look, I definitely don't think that Ole Miss is going to LSU. He could have a chance to go to Florida, but do I think he's going to? No. I don't know what people keep. I think people are just baiting everybody. They're getting on here and be like, whoa, he can still go. Or look at Nick Saban. He can still go to LSU. No, you know what? LSU, I mean, Nick Saban's not coming back to coaching. It's not going to happen. Lane Kiffin, he's not going to leave Ole Miss. I don't think that he is. Well, he ain't signed the extension, Justin. He ain't signed the extension. Maybe he does go to Florida. I think there's a better chance to go into LSU. I know what the bidding is saying on it right now, and people also bidding that it's also bidding saying that Nick Saban's going to LSU. So you can't really trust all that mess. But anyway, let's get past that. Florida tripped up those two teams. They tripped up Texas. Really got close on Georgia. Ole Miss still going hard. Trinidad looks really good. DJ Lagway. Florida just got the crap beat out by Kentucky. I wonder after that Alabama game, not Alabama game, but after that Georgia game, did they just, go, well, we tried our best, we showed up for the Georgia game, really got it close, and then are they just giving up now? Because I'm pretty sure they're still going to try to get Ole Miss. I mean, they're going to try to knock one of these teams out of the running, or try to knock them out for the playoffs, but I don't think it's going to happen. Give me Ole Miss. Let's see what the spread is on that. The spread is favoring Ole Miss by 13.5 points, and yes, I like that. Thank you very much. So give me Ole Miss to win right there. Who else is next on this? Got Texas and Georgia. This is the big one that's going down at 6:30. This is playoff. For Texas, this could knock you out of the playoffs. And for Georgia, this could be another loss for you, but you still going to get in. I mean, let's look at Georgia real quick. Georgia, the rest of their schedule. I mean, after Texas, they got Charlotte, and they're a good Georgia Tech team, but I think you'll beat them. I mean, you usually pull it out. Has been close, but they usually do pull it out on. Hey, Georgia's just one of those teams you can't keep down. Gunnar Stockton's looked real good. Zachariah Branch has been phenomenal. This has been a really good team. Texas, they're starting to catch a little bit of fire, but this team has also struggled and went into overtime with Kentucky. They struggled with Mississippi State. It's been really hard for them. Arch has just not been up and going, but it looks like they're starting to catch a little bit of fire here toward the end. I definitely didn't think they would beat Vanderbilt, but they did do it. They did beat Vanderbilt, and that surprised me. But Georgia just seems like they always find a way in the fourth quarter to come back and just, whatever upset was going to happen, didn't happen. So give me Georgia. I think Georgia, but hey, if Texas wins that one, leave this one right here. Still go to the playoffs, but you got Texas A&M, and I don't know if you're going to win that one. But anyway, give me Georgia to win this one. They just always pull it out. Can be completely wrong, but give me Georgia. I am picking Georgia. All right, what was the spread for that? And the spread for that is favoring Georgia by 6 points. I like that. I think that's what's going to happen. They've been playing it close in the SEC, and they somehow went out at the end. That's just what Georgia does. All right, next. Got Missouri and Mississippi State. These two teams going to go at it. Mississippi State hasn't looked great. Hasn't been really good for them. I thought they started off the year beating Arizona State. I was really high on them, but, just then it has fell apart. Missouri, it's kind of went bad for you too ever since Bo Parbula got hurt. It's been bad for you guys as well. What's the odds for this? Who are they favoring? They're favoring Missouri by 7. I don't know if I like that. I think Missouri is going to end up beating Mississippi State by, I'll say 21 points. I'll say 21 points. Now, if Bo Parbula was out there, I'd say it beat them by even more. But yeah, it's going to be tough for these teams. Missouri just, lost a quarterback, man. I hate it for you. And if Bo Parbula don't get hurt in that game, do they beat Vanderbilt? That's the question, because that game was close. So Mississippi State just still trying. They look better. Look better than you have last year for daggum sure. So give me Missouri to win that one. And yes, I like I give them like 21 points. But that is all that I have for that's my predictions on all these teams right here and all these games. Hey, the job search for these, coaches, Auburn, I don't know. I mean, Auburn, what I've heard, they look like they're ahead of Georgia. I mean, not Georgia. LSU and Florida in the coaching chase. Because LSU is just hurting themselves. Florida, I don't know what Florida. Florida is just, I think they're just banking on Lane Kiffin. They're just banking on it. And I wouldn't be banking on it too hard. That's all I got to say for that. And LSU, Nick Saban, yeah, that's just not going to happen. Nick Saban's not coming back to college football. Yeah, it came out of the athletic director's mouth. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the subscriptions. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for watching another episode of Southern Football Clash. And I hope to see you guys on the next one.